All right.
All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Addie Battle.
Emily Boots,
Pearl Dascom,
Isabella Hill,
Sophie Missouri.
We're the Cassidy Envirothon team, and we are
Wild About Pollinators!
So our project focused on the fact that, and everybody here, we all know pollinators are on the decline, and it is a serious problem. We wanted to focus on the fact that as teens, we can make a difference in native wildflower habitats. That's something that we can really have an impact on. So we wanted our solution to be very youth-led, but also to affect youth in our area, because we felt that children in our area would be the ones who, they're going to be around the longest. They're going to feel the effects of the declining pollinator population for longer than the rest of us. So we really wanted to focus on native wildflower habitats, because that's something that we can do, and on children, because they're the ones who will be affected.
So why are pollinators so important? Animal pollinators are part of a complex system that provides us with food and supports biological diversity. Recently, there have been many examples of poor pollinator health, including colony collapse disorder, or CCD, which affects honeybees. CCD has been found in North America. Many factors play a role in CCD, including reduced forage. Our area it is rural, mainly agricultural land. However, there have been local cases of reduced pollinator health. Bee Lovely Botanical, a local family of beekeepers, stated that this was among their worst years for bee health. As native vegetation is replaced by roadways, manicured lawns, crops, and native gardens, along with pesticide use, pollinators lose the food and nesting sites that are essential for their survival. Why is this important to the environment? Pollinators are essential to the survival of 90% of the world's flowering plants. This makes them an integral part of almost every ecosystem. Pollinators also play a very important role in plant health. Healthy plants are important to many aspects of life, including healthy pollinator habitat. Recently, studies have shown that the monarch butterfly habitat is decreasing. Monarch butterflies migrate, and successful migration depends on healthy habitat. Why is this important to the community? We live in a very agricultural community. Many of our community members earn their living in agriculture. The success of our food crops depend on healthy pollinators. If we lose our healthy pollinators, our agricultural community would be threatened, as everyone needs healthy pollinators.
Okay, so we know, and you guys know too, that pollinators are on the decline, and it is especially important in our area. Like Pearl said, we depend on the agriculture in our area. So we knew that we needed to come up with a solution to that. So our solution involves teaching children to care for and protect native wildflower habitats, and by extension, native pollinators. We wanted our solution to be very youth-led by the 5 of us, so we developed lesson plans and educational materials to share with preschoolers and elementary students in our area. We also published an educational article in our local newspaper to educate adults about our project, as well as promote our lessons to the youth in our area. So, and I already explained this a little bit, but we felt it was really super important that we work with the children in our area. We wanted our project to have a long-lasting effect on our community, and we knew that who's going to feel the effect for the longest? It's the children who are going to be growing up in this world with or without adequate pollinators. We also knew that because we wanted to affect native wildflower habitats, we also knew that spreading the impact to the children of our community would have a much bigger impact than we could ourselves, even just planting seeds ourselves. So we partnered with many different organizations in our community to make our outreach possible. We worked with the Cassidy FFA chapter, the Cassidy Public Schools, both the high school and the elementary school. We worked with Rawson Memorial District Library, which is our local library. We also worked heavily with local beekeepers, the Cassidy homeschoolers, and the Cassidy Chronicle and our local conservation district.
For
For the organization of this project, we contacted and coordinated with the library, our local library, and the elementary staff. Events were broadcasted, newspaper articles were published, we collected native wildflower seeds, constructed lesson plans for the preschoolers and elementary students. We also held sessions for them. For the promotion, we were given flyers to the library, as well as each elementary student was also given one. Newspaper articles at our local chronicle were published about our outreach and our project. This was also broadcasted to many social media pages.
Thank you. We put together a lesson plan for the kids that involved making seed bombs, all about pollinators, what would happen if we didn't have pollinators, and a craft that allowed them to see firsthand how pollination works. We wanted to create a lesson plan that was interesting and interactive. We believe that learning should be fun and not just sitting and listening to people talk. We had a great outcome with the kids and teaching them all about pollinators. In this slide, you'll see the kids making seed bombs, which have wildflower seeds in them. They constructed paper pulp in them.
Neat.
And they were also instructed on where to plant them and how they would get more pollinators to come to them.
And this is what it looks like after I planted them and grew it for about 3 weeks.
In this picture, the kids are making pipe cleaner butterflies. They look like this, which then they would dip in fake pollen and transfer it to a flower to see how pollination works again.
On this picture, students were given a list of foods that they would have at a regular picnic. They then learned that almost everything they were shown on the list was unavailable without pollinators.
So our results, local youth were empowered to improve pollinator habitats with Michigan native wildflowers like we see here. So we reached out to about 20 preschoolers and about 140 elementary students during this, and about 250 seed bombs were created. So we took pre and post surveys to gauge knowledge, and we used simple statements to span the age of our participants. So from preschool questions to up to 6th grade about. So our graphs. So the blue is the pre-surveys and the green is the post-surveys, and they have 5 options ranging from absolutely no to definitely yes. So I can name pollinators for our definitely yes. We went up about 40%. I know why pollinators are important. We went up about 20% for our definitely yes. I know why pollinators are disappearing. We went up about 20% for our definitely yes. I know why flowers are important. We went up about 30% for this one. And for our overall satisfaction, the blue is they enjoyed the presentation, the green is the presentation was organized, and the orange is the presenters were knowledgeable about what we were talking about. And this was more of a self-assessment for us, and you could see the definitely S's in the higher end, because we are, as well as the children, we're lifelong learners. We learn from our surveys.
All right, so I know we absolutely had tons of fun reaching out to the elementary and preschool students in our area, and I think we really did see a difference, right guys? Everybody really got kind of excited about growing these habitats and really happy to know that they were making such a difference in something that is so very important. And we hope that you guys also learned something today.
Great. 5 minutes for questions, if you all have questions.
Just a comment first, great graphics. Good PowerPoint.
Yeah.
The tie-in then was, they were supposed to go home and plant their seed buds?
Yes.
And did you instruct them as to where to plant them? Or?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, so especially in our area, because we are very agriculturally based, we knew that it was important that the wildflowers didn't get planted in crop fields. So Pearl created and we sent home with them a whole list of do's and don'ts with your seed bombs. Plant them where they can grow, but not where they will grow out of control for a farmer.
Thank you.
You said you collected native wildflower seeds.
Where did you collect it from? How did you identify? What plants did you put into your box?
We bought our seeds through local conservation district. They have a seed sale every year kind of as their fundraiser, and that's actually part of the money that helps get us here. But in them came a list of all the flowers that are in there.
And that was
So-
also sent with the youth,
Yeah.
along with their
Yes.
Jason dogs.
Yep, and it is certified to include things that are native to Michigan.
Okay, cool, yeah, good. Very nice.
Thank you.
So what's next? Do you have ideas on where you want to take this, or what's next?
I know this, I absolutely love working with this team of people
Yeah.
because we are really super excited about teaching kids. I know that the next opportunity we get will be giving our lesson plans again, maybe modifying them to tackle another issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really love teaching children, and we love that we can make an impact, and we do.
And maybe spread our lesson plan that we did at the library and our elementary school to maybe other elementary schools to teach their children in the area.
How many years have you been involved in the Library
This is our
First year.
year.
First year. Very nicely done, especially for first year.
Yeah,
Thank
great
you.
job.
Thank you.
so much. Great job. Good project, and I really appreciate your pre and post survey. That's key, and you nailed it. So you really nailed that, so thank you for that. It was great.
Thank you. We had a
Thank
lot of
you.
fun doing it.
Yeah, we
Good.
sure did.
Good, all right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
Good
you.
luck
Thank you.
out there on
Thanks.
those testing stations.